Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeri Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Chaitanyam Sarvagam Sarvam Sarvabhuta Guhashayam Yat Sarva Vishayatitam Tasmai Sarva Vide Namaha. Bandham moksham cha sarvam yato idam ubhayam heyamekam dvayam cha jneyam jneyabhyatitam paramamadigatam tattvamekam vishuddham vidyayi tad yathavatshatimadikaditam shokumohavatitah sarvajnah sarkutsyaad bhavabhayrahito brahmano अवाप्त कृत्य है सर्वज्ञ स्यात् सर्वकृत स्यात् भवभय रहित स्यात् ब्राह्मण स्यात् अवाप्त कृत्य स्यात्. This is what one becomes स्यात्, or one discovers oneself to be so. सर्वज्ञ सर्वं ब्रह्म. Since everything is Brahman, knowing Brahman is as good as knowing everything in general. So wise person is Sarvajna, omniscient, inasmuch as he knows Samanyena Sarvam Janati. He knows everything in general. He knows the most common denominator of Brahman. That is how he is Sarvajna. Not Sarvavid, that he knows everything in detail. Sarkrut Syat. Now, he has done whatever needs to be done in his life. Or sarvam swatmani ekam karoti. Sarvakrut is explained as sarvam swatmani ekam karoti, one who resolves everything into the self. And that is how he has done everything by resolving, seeing everything as a self. Bhavabhayrahita, free from all the fears of bhava, means the cycle of birth and death. Bhava means a life of becoming. And when I am dependent upon becoming something which I am not right now, that's called becoming. I am not happy with what I am, want to be something else. That's life of becoming going on. And that is there is uncertainty all along, and uncertainty brings about apprehension, and therefore if there is a background of fear in the mind of the human being. In that sense, So most often what a person does out of fear. That fear may be there in the deep root or the deep layer. But what if I do not do this? What if I do this? Because I do not know what if I do not do, that uncertainty is there. What if I do? That also is uncertain. The uncertainty causes fear because my mind wants to be certain about everything. The mind wants to be assured about everything. And I cannot be assured about anything because I do not control anything. In that sense, this uncertainty brings insecurity in me when I look upon myself as a body-mind complex. That is how. So all these fear, etc., apply to the body or the mind. When I know I am not body or mind, therefore then those things don't apply to me. Brahmana, avapta krutya, becomes Brahman in a primary sense, a knower of Brahman. Avapta krutya, krita krutya, one will accomplish whatever needs to be accomplished in life. So continuing with the next verse, the Tika says, Evam atmanam janatah kritukatyatvam uktam. So verse 82, in the last charan quarter said, Brahmano avapta krutya or krutakrutya. Means one who is totally fulfilled. One has total satisfaction about one's life. Have done whatever needed to be done. Nothing remains to be done. Nothing remains to be known. Nothing remains to be accomplished. Nothing remains. Thus, a total satisfaction about oneself, about everything. So this is what is said more than one. Etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrutyasya bharata. So that kritakrutyatvam uktam was stated in the previous verse, prakadayati, is what is this kritakrutyatvam? What is the nature of kritakrutyatvam? That everything is done that is to be done. He is explained in a very unusual way in the next verse. So verse 83 says, Na swayam swasya nanyascha nanyasya cha heyagah upadeyo na chapyevam iti samyang mati smrita. It is samyak matihi. So that is the title of this chapter, Samyak Matihi Prakram. Samyak Mati Prakram. It is Samyak Matihi Smrita. This Mati, this knowledge, Samyak Matihi, this knowledge is Yathartha Jnanam. The right knowledge, Samyak Jnanam. Complete knowledge, right knowledge. This is the right knowledge. Na swayam swasya nanyascha na asya atma cha heyagah. Na swayam, so tika, na swayam swasya heyagah. Heya means that which is discarded, given up. One cannot discard oneself, one cannot give up oneself. Nanyascha, there is no one else also that can be given up. Nanyascha swayam heyagah, nor it becomes one discardable by someone else, because there is no someone else. No upadeya, nor is there, one cannot acquire oneself, cannot acquire someone other than oneself, doesn't become acquired by somebody. So becoming free from this concern about giving up something or acquiring something. See, acquiring something also arises from a certain lack that I need to have something. That's what makes me acquire something that I don't have. Even the need to give up something also arises from a discomfort because I am not comfortable with what I have and that I should get rid of that. So both these ideas or the needs to acquire something and give up something reveals a certain lack or want inside. I am lacking something because I don't have something, or I am lacking something because I have something. Some limitations and defects I have. So when one becomes free from the need to acquire something, need to give up something, all needs can be reduced to these two. All our desires and needs can be reduced to two, acquiring and giving. That's what we do. One becomes free from that is called kritakrityata, total fulfillment. So Tika says, Swam Atma Swasya na heyagah. One's own self cannot become heyagah, that which can be given up. So Atma does not fall in the category of being given up by oneself. Tyaktavya koto patita heyagah tyaktavya, given up. Atma cannot become or fall in the category of given up or to be given up by one's own self, because one cannot give up oneself, that will be told. Navapi upadeha, not as Atma, the self, falls in the category of that which can be acquired. Ekasmin karma kartritva asambhavat. Because for me to acquire myself, I am also acquirer and object of acquiring. For me to give up myself, I become giver up as well as the object of giving up. Karma kartva sambhava. In one entity, in one locus, the karma and the karta, the first, second case and first case, they cannot exist simultaneously. Or put it differently, Swarupasya sthitau naseva swavishay hanupadanayo asambhavacha. So when can I give up myself? By giving up myself, I no more remain, isn't it? So who gives up? When I give up, I know the giver up no more remains. If I have to give up myself, then when I give up, I myself do not remain, the giver up does not remain. So who is the giver up? They acquire myself. That means I am not myself. The only I can acquire myself, then all Swarupanasa. Both of them require Swarupanasa, giving up Swarupanasa, destruction of myself when I give up, or non-existence of myself when I have to acquire myself. Therefore, this is impossible. Svavishaya hanupadanayo asambhavacha. Meaning that when you know yourself, the idea of acquiring anything, or idea of giving anything subsides completely. Tad anyasya na swasya heyagah. Nor one becomes object of being discarded by someone else. Advaite anyaseva bhava, because a wise person knows the self is one non-dual. There is no one else who can give me up. Na pipadate, therefore, nor can one become the object of acquiring, because there is no one to acquire or give up. Anyasyapi swam upadeyo hyogova na bhavati. So, other one does not become the object of giving up by myself, because there is no other one, nor can I acquire another one. See, I cannot give up myself, nor can I acquire myself, because that contradiction of karma kartru cannot be in one. To acquire or give up myself, I have to not be there. And yes, nor can I give up someone else, because there is no someone else. I cannot acquire something because to know someone else, all that is myself. Nor can I be given up by someone else again because there is no someone else. Nor can be acquired by someone else because there is no someone else. In the knowledge of non-duality of oneself, all the ideas of acquiring and giving up, or being acquired and being given up, all these ideas disappear. Anatmanascha bhaditatvad. What is other than me is anatma, which is not there really, it is seen to be non-existent. Acetanatvacha, and then anatma is achetana also, cannot acquire and give up. Because the even desire or activity of acquiring, giving up can be only for a conscious being. Anatma then conscious, that way also it cannot become the acquirer or giver up. Idiyavya nishtha sa samyak mati. This nishtha, this settled knowledge, the settled knowledge about the self, devoid of any doubts and errors, is the abiding knowledge. That is samyak mati. So when I know myself as the one who cannot be acquired nor can be given up, I know myself as the one who cannot acquire, cannot give up, because I am complete in myself, I am non-dual, whole and complete. That settled knowledge is called samyak mati. It is the true knowledge. Smruta Brahma Vidmihi. The knowers of Brahman call this samyak mati, samyak jnanam. Or putting it differently, next one says, Kutastha Chaitanya Ekarase Purnavastvani. What this knowledge amounts to is Kutastha Ekarasa. Ekarasa means absence of anything at all. No other, no, therefore acquiring, giving up, etc. cannot be Ekarasa. In Kutastha changeless also it cannot be. Chaitanya consciousness also it cannot be. Purne vastuni, in vastu or truth that is Purnam also cannot be. Purnam also is not subject to any growth or decay, and therefore no acquiring, no rejection is possible. Hanadi asambhavad, rejecting something, gaining, acquiring something is impossible in Kutastha Chaitanya Ekarasa Purnavastu. Therefore, all ayasa, see, acquiring something also involves an effort. Giving up something also involves an effort. When there is freedom for acquiring and giving up, there is freedom for all the effort, all ayasa. So, nirayasam param brahma. So, who am I? Effortless param brahma I am. Even vidhaya, this knowledge is called samyak mati, samyak jnanam, or yathartha jnanam, true knowledge. So why is it called samyak mati? This knowledge of myself as being kutastha chaitanya, ekarasa purna brahma. Knowing myself is called samyak mati, samyak jnanam. Yathartha jnanam, true knowledge, complete knowledge. Why is it so? Hitamaha, that mati is called samyak mati. Why? Next verse says, Atma pratyayika yesha sarva vedanta gochara jñātvaitam hivimuchyante sarva samsara bandhanaihi. Isha sarva vedanta gochara Atma pratyayika matihi. Is this mati or knowledge called samyak jnanam, because what makes it true knowledge, complete knowledge? Sarva Vedanta Gochara, this is all that is revealed by all the Vedantas. The only purpose of all the Vedanta Upanishads is to reveal this knowledge. Atma Pratyayika, which is of the nature of enabling me to know myself. Jnatva etam vimuchyante. Jnata means so praptya. So, Jnatva. Jnatva is labdhva. Labdhva etam matim. Gaining this mati, one becomes liberated, vimuchyate. Sarasamsara bandhane. That is why this mati or this knowledge is so samyak mati or samyak jnanam. Why is it so called? See, Atma Pratyayika, Tika says, Atmanam Pratyayadidi Atma Pratyayika. So that which creates Pratyaya, that creates the ascertainment, ascertained knowledge, a conviction. That which creates the conviction about myself as to who I am. This mati creates the right conviction. Atmanam, how? Atmanam brahmatvena pratyayati. This mati, this knowledge, makes me see myself as Brahman, creates in me this conviction that I am Brahman. Yasmat esha matihi. So Atma Pratyayika can be that mati or the knowledge that creates in me the conviction about the true nature of myself, or Svanuvasita Pratyayika. Pratyay also means knowledge. So knowledge of myself, Sva Anubhava Siddhayativa, because this mati is of the nature of Anubhava. That mati I have attained, acquired as a result of the Anubhava, experiencing myself, seeing myself, knowing myself. So that mati that creates in me the conviction about the true nature of myself, or that mati because of which I know myself, either way, Atma Pratyayika. Or that mati that arises because of the Anubhava, knowing myself. Then Sarva Vedanta Gochara, another qualification, attribute. So, iti pramana mulatvamasyaha darshayati. Vedanta is pramana. Vedanta nama Upanishad pramanam. Therefore, this is Vedanta, Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam. That which is subject matter of all the Vedanta. The conclusion arrived by all the Vedanta, this is what this knowledge is. And Vedanta is the pramana, meaning the authentic source of knowledge, or that which authentically reveals what it is. Vedanta authentically reveals the essential nature of Atma as Brahma, and that alone can do that. So pramana mulatvamasyaha darshayati, that this is, has this mati, is not something that is kapola kalpita, that's something that I have thought about, somebody else has thought about. This is something that all the Vedantas, the final conclusion of all the Vedanta is this. Therefore, my knowledge then, when it correlates with what Vedanta reveals, then it is the right knowledge, samyak mati. Otherwise, it may not have been right knowledge. So, how do you verify whether your knowledge is right or not? So, verification. This is what all the Vedantas say. And that's what I also discovered about myself. Therefore, it is right. Samyak mati. Jnatvaitvam vimuchyante sarasamsara bandhanaihi. Thirdly, why this samyak mati? Because what is this mati meant to do? I know myself as Brahman. I know it is authentic knowledge because that is what is revealed by all the Upanishads. So what? Jnatva etam vimuchyante sarva samsara bandhanehi. This samyak jnanam, because etam jnatva etam labdhva, gaining this mati, gaining this knowledge. Sarva samsara bandhani vimuchyante. Wise people become liberated from all samsara, which is the purpose of life. To become free from all suffering or bondage or limitation is what human beings seeking. And that human goal is accomplished by this knowledge. That it reveals myself as Brahman, that knowledge is in keeping with what Upanishads reveal, and more important is that knowledge makes me free from all the bondage of samsara. Kruta krutyaha bhavanti. Gaining this knowledge, wise people become kruta krutya, fulfilled in their life. Idi gushyatam shastram idamuktam mayanaga etad buddha buddhiman syat kruta krutyasya bharata. So Lord Krishna says, Idi gushyatam shastram. This is the most secret or most hidden Shastra, which is not revealed to anybody and everybody, revealed only to chosen few. Idamukta he anagha, O sinless Arjuna, what I have told you is the most secret or most profound knowledge. Etad buddha. So what? Etad buddha buddhiman syat. Gaining this knowledge, one becomes buddhiman, wise in the primary sense, kruta krutyasya bharata, whose goal is attained. That is important. The greatness of knowledge is because it enables me to fulfill the purpose of my life, therefore. Prakanoktam jnanam idanin prashamsanna asya upadayatvam dridayate. Prasamsayan, extolling this knowledge, praising this knowledge, which is Prakranoktam, which is the subject matter of this Prakarana chapter. Upadayatvam, the author praises that knowledge, extols the knowledge to communicate or to enable us to know how valuable it is. It is the most valuable, therefore it must be acquired. Upadayatvam dridayate. See, one will gain knowledge today or tomorrow provided it is important. And ideally the most important. Only when this becomes the most important, then only all my efforts will be directed towards that. Therefore, Prasamsayan, the teacher, extols this knowledge. Rahasyam sarva vedanam devanam chapi yat param pavitram paramam hyetata tadetat samprakashitam. It's the glory of this knowledge. Rahasyam sarva vedanam, the secret of all the Vedas, the profound knowledge of all the Vedas revealed. Vedaihi sarvaihi ahameva vedya. Devanam chaviyat param, even for Devatas also it is something which is always desired. So when Devatas also desire, Lord Krishna says that this vision that you got today, even Devatas also are always seeking this vision, and if you understand, you know how fortunate you are that you have seen my cosmic form. So that way the value of this is by saying that Devatas also desire, it shows the value of this, the greatness of this. Pavitram, Pavanakari, Paramam, most exalted, Etat Sat Tat. What is revealed here in this chapter is of this nature, therefore it is most valuable and therefore deserving, most deserving to be acquired by all the efforts. So Rahasyam Saravedana, Rahasyam Upadesha Vyatirekin Avijnayam. When you study Vedas, then also you cannot gain this knowledge, even though Vedas, the only commitment or the agenda the Vedas have is to reveal this knowledge. But if you study the Vedas, you cannot gain the knowledge because it is hidden in the words of the Vedas. So you know the words all right, but the knowledge hidden there has to be brought out, revealed by someone, some person who knows. So, Upadesha Vyatirekan Avijnayam. Vedas also reveal this knowledge only through the Upadesha of the teacher. Meaning that a person is not qualified, capable of knowing it without the assistance of the teacher. Acharyavan Purusho Veda, that's why it's called Rahasyam. Not that it is kept secret from anybody, but it remains Rahasyam for everybody unless it is required through the teacher. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. Purusha, the person who has Acharya alone knows. Sarvaveda yat padamavananti. So both ways, Sarvavedanam Rahasyam, because all the Vedas in one voice reveal this knowledge. At the same time, it is only Veda, the one possessing Acharya, only the Acharya alone knows. So one knows only through Acharya. Devanam api yat param, even for devatas also, it remains to be acquired. Devairatrabhi vichikitsatam pura nahi sujnyam anuresha dharma haiti. Who says? Huh? Who says this? Lord Yama. To whom? Nachiketa. So discouraging Nachiketa. Hey Nachiketa, you don't know what you asked for. Even devatas also have always had doubt about this, meaning devatas also do not know this. Who are you? Why do they not know? Nisvijnayam anuresha dharma. This dharma of the truth is extremely subtle and not easily available for not easily known. So devatas are also struggling with that. Who are you? Anyway, this was said to discourage Nachiketa or test Nachiketa, but it was said that even devatas also struggle with this knowledge. Devanam chapi rahasyam, meaning it has remained rahasyam, secret even for the devatas. Param, so devanam chapi rahasyam, that's the anvaya. Rahasyam Saravedanam Devanam Chapi Rahasyam. It is Rahasyam or Gudham even for the Devatas. This Param, so Param Pavitram, that's how the connection is. Param Pavitram, Sarvottamam Pavitram Pavanam. It is most exalted, purified. So, Nahi Jnanena Sadusham Pavitramih Vidyate. There is nothing a greater purifier than knowledge. So, Upanit Sarva Kshiyante Chasya Karmani. What's the impurities? All karmas, karma phalas, all vasanas, all of these are completely, eliminated, destroyed by this knowledge. And that's how one becomes totally purified. Karma means punya papa karma. Evam vidi Papam karma nashlishyate, says Chandogya. When you know this, the papa karma does not attach itself. Like the lotus leaf or petal does not get wetted by water, so also this wise person doesn't get tainted by any papa or any karma. Meaning that you become free from the influence of papa and punya by this knowledge. That's how it is the most purifying. It purifies even from punya. So even the punya also is something, it is like the golden shackle which requires you to take birth. So become free from punya and papa both. Then paramam he yasmad yat paramam he comes. So because it is paramam, most exalted, Purusharupam Niritishaya Ananda Prakashamidiyavada. It is the most exalted. Why? Jasmat Parama Purusharupam is most exalted because it is of the nature of the Parama Purushartha, the greatest human end. What is sought by human being, the greatest among what is sought by the human being is this one. Purushartha means Purushayarthate, what is sought by the human beings. This is greatest among what is sought by the human beings. So, Paramam Hi. Why is it so? Nirtishaya Anandasva Prakashamidi, Ananda Prakasham. Because this knowledge brings to light, or illumines or reveals. So, Parama Nirtishaya Anandam. So, Parama is Nirtishaya Anandam. Is revealed by this knowledge, therefore, it is the most exalted. Etat yad etat samprakashitam yad evam roopam. Yad means yad evam roopam jnanam. Tad etas samyak prakashitam. So that knowledge which of this nature is samyak prakashitam. Is very well samyak means prakatikrutam. Samyak prakatikrutam is very well brought out, revealed asmin prakarana. In this prakarana, knowledge of this nature has been brought out, has been revealed, has been expounded in this chapter. And so, understand what this knowledge is. What is revealed in this chapter is not an ordinary thing. It is more valuable, the most valuable. That is how the knowledge is praised. To create a value in the mind of the disciple or the jignasu or aspirant. So more desirable it becomes, more firm the resolve becomes. And therefore, more valuable something is, more desirable that is, and more desirable something is, more firm is effort required. Just to motivate the aspirant to acquire, commit oneself to this knowledge is praised here. Etasya gopaniyatvam suchayati. This is most valuable, so don't throw it away anywhere. Don't show it to anybody and everybody. This is very valuable, like most valuable diamond or valuable stone, most valuable jewel. And therefore not to be just displayed here and there before anybody. Etasya gopaniyatvam suchayati. This must be kept a secret, should be hidden. Hidden means hidden from those not deserving. So Nitat, so verse 86 says, Nitaddeyam shantaya rahasyam jnanamuttamam viraktaya pradatavyam shishyaya anugataya cha. Naitaddeyam, this is not to be given, not to be passed on to ashantaya. One who does not enjoy tranquility of the mind, to that person this should not be given, not revealed. Etat rahasyam jnanamuttam ashantaya nadeyam. This most secret knowledge should not be given to a restless person. So says, so either it shows gopaniyatvam, how this should always be, should be preserved, protected. This knowledge should be protected so that it does not go in the wrong hands. That's why it should be protected. Yadu asya durvigyattvena durdharatvat tad dhana samadha adhikarana visheshan. Or you can say that because this knowledge is very difficult to gain and retain. If the mind is not ready, these words just do not create any impact at all. That everything is Brahman, you are Brahman, creates no impact at all. So one cannot gain the knowledge, nor can one retain the knowledge. So durdharat, durvignayatvena. Since it is extremely difficult to know when the mind is not ready, that's the idea. When the mind is ready, then these words reveal their meaning in the mind. Otherwise, it remains durvignyam, it remains extremely difficult to understand. Therefore, you can't do dharatma, you can't retain it, can't assimilate it, cannot benefit from it. So, therefore, tad dharana samartham adhikarinam. Therefore, you can say that this knowledge should be imparted to someone who is able to understand it and retain it and benefit from it. Adhikaran vishimshan. So qualifying that adhikari. Adhikaribhyo vivechayati. So how it should be given to adhikari and how it should not be given to, should not be anadhikari. Both are said. Who is anadhikari and who is adhikari. So na deyam, na etad deyam ashanta, etad rahastyam uttamam jnanam ashantaya nadeyam. This most exalted knowledge, which is the greatest secret, should not be imparted to one who is so unqualified ashantaya. So one who does not possess these shamadhi shatka sampatti. So shama, shanta means shama, dama, who does not possess that qualification, one doesn't possess that preparation or maturity, to that person this should not be imparted. Then who should be imparted to? Viraktaya padartavyam. So vairagya can be recognized only when samadhi shatka sampatti is there. Although Vivek Chudamani says that so viraktatva mokshatvam cha. Vairagyam and mumukshutva are the most important because vairagya becomes mature in samadhi shatka sampatti and that becomes mature in the mumukshutva. Therefore, vairagya is considered, presented here is the most important qualification because it is evident in one's own mind, viveka, when matures, becomes vairagya. So, prabhavet pumsam vaira sadhanam prabhavet pumsam vairagyadi chatushtam. So, vairagya becomes the criterion of the maturity of this person. Means that he doesn't have raga, dvesha, value for anything else. Then the mind is focused and then that mind becomes shanta, then it can grasp it, retain it. Yasmad yom lakshana jnana acharya kruta krutya. The acharya, the preceptor, the teacher who imparts this knowledge, evam lakshana jnana. Jnanadaha, the one who imparts the knowledge. There are all kinds of knowledge, paravidya, aparavidya. So the teacher of aparavidya is very likely to be a needy person, incomplete person. The teacher with this knowledge is necessarily a person who is fulfilled. Krutakritya, because this knowledge makes you krutakritya. Other knowledge does not. Aparavidya does not make a person kritakritya or fulfilled. Therefore, regardless of how great a person is possessing the worldly knowledge, still the kritakrityata is not there. So therefore, some expectation, need will be there in that teacher. Here is the teacher who is free from all the needs because kritakritya. He has discovered that fulfillment from one's own self. Na pralobhadina jnanam prayachati. Therefore, a teacher of Brahma Vidya will not impart knowledge out of some greed or out of some personal agenda because he is free from agenda. So then, how will a wise person like that impart knowledge? Only when that person finds a fit student, that's all. Tasmai sa vidvan upasannaya samyak prashanta chittaya samanvitaya. So provachatam tattvato brahma vidyam. that Brahma Vidya must be imparted. When Prashanta Chitta is Shaman Vidya. So when an adhikari like this comes, then the knowledge, meaning teacher will impart knowledge. Even the Upanishad seems to say that, hey, you must impart knowledge to this deserving student. But then teacher means who he is, when deserving student comes, he will impart the knowledge. That will be that prerana will arise in him. The desire will arise. Upadeshshandite jnanam jnanah tattvadarshina. Lord Krishna says, tad viddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. When you reveal your adhikaritvam by pranipata, pariprashna and seva, then they will impart knowledge to you. Meaning that the motivation for imparting knowledge, the part of wise person, is seeing a deserving student. That's all. They don't need anything for themselves. But then they just reach out when they find a deserving student. Therefore, tasmad mumukshu anitvadi shishyagrana yuktasya. Therefore, how do you motivate the teacher to impart knowledge to you? By becoming a deserving student. That's all you need. So, by pranipata, pariprashna, seva, you reveal your adhikaritva. So, these are not formalities that you go and do pranipata and ask questions, etc. This reveals the fitness of the student. And teacher, upadeshshandite jnanam, the wise people will impart knowledge only when they find this adhikari. Someone who is needy. So someone who can grasp and retain and benefit from that. Tasmad mumukshu amanitvadi shishyaguna yukta syat. Therefore, the mumukshu must become endowed with the guna or the virtues of amanitvam, adambhitvam, etc., which are stated by Shastra. Yatha acharya krupya vidyam dadyat. Such that the acharya will impart knowledge out of compassion. So the disciple, the aspirant, invokes the daya, the compassion, or the generosity, or the spirit of giving in the acharya. Then it will happen. So next verse is Dadataschatmano jnanam nishkrayo nyona vidyate jnanamicham stare tasmad yuktas shishyagunai sada. Atmana jnanam dadataha. Dadata for the one who is giving. Atmana jnanam dadataha. For the one who is imparting the knowledge of self. Atmajnanam. Nishkraya na vidyate. There is nothing that you can compensate. There is nothing that you can give in return to Atmajnanam. There is nothing that can, in fact, be equated to this knowledge. And this was stated earlier. If you give the whole earth also, then also is not enough. Chandogya Upanishad said that even if you give the whole earth, there also is not enough compensation for this knowledge. Meaning that for this knowledge, which is the knowledge of limitlessness, which enables the disciple to see the limitlessness of the self. Since there is no limitless anywhere to compensate this, therefore there is nothing to compensate. So a disciple should not even think that I will compensate the teacher. The only thing that he can do is to become deserving. And so to become a deserving disciple is the compensation to the teacher. Nishkrayo anyahana. Nishkraya means what you can do in trading. You can trade this. You cannot trade this knowledge for anything because there is nothing that exists. Nanyana vidyate. There is nothing that exists that can compensate this value. Therefore, Jnanamichan, all that you require is Jnanamichan, all you need is desire for knowledge, that's all the teacher is looking for. Taret tasma yuktaha shishya gunahi yuktaha, therefore, one who is possessed of the attributes or virtues of a disciple and desiring knowledge, taret, he crosses the ocean of samsara. So there is tasmat in the second line. Jnanamichan taret tasmat. So yasmat should be provided. Na vidyate yasmat. Yasma anya nishkraya na vidyate. That yasmat should be added. Because there is nothing to compensate this knowledge. Tasmat, therefore, tasmat shishya gunahi sada yukta Jnanamichan sampadayan. Ichya means sampadayan. Therefore, what all one can do is become endowed with the virtues of a disciple. Shishya gunahi sada yukta Jnanamichan, desiring the knowledge, sampadayan, ichan sampadayan, acquiring the knowledge, samsaram taret. Therefore, may one cross the samsara by acquiring this knowledge, by becoming endowed with the virtues of a disciple. Because that is the only compensation that the disciple can give, is by becoming a virtuous disciple, by becoming a deserving disciple. That's all the teacher wants or needs. So teacher also, you can say, needs something. So compensation is of the nature of fulfilling the need. So samit pani shrotriyam, you go to teacher with the faggots in your hand, a bundle of faggots, because the teacher is doing his agnihotra, etc. And so that may be a statement for a Vedic student also. So you present something that is needed by the teacher. What will you present? Present yourself. What is yourself? The one that is deserving. Therefore, taret samsaram, may one cross the ocean of samsara by ichan means sampadayan, acquiring this knowledge, by becoming endowed with the virtues of an ideal student, because there is no compensation other than that for this knowledge. Ada iva upasamharepi devata acharya namaskaro tad bhakte vidyam prati antarangatva khyāpanāya karya vidhi. So Adu, right in the beginning, so Atma Gneya Parohyatma Yasma Anyanna Vidyate Sarvajna Sarashutasme Gneyatmane Namaha. So Devata here means Atma. Devata, the effulgent one. So Tasmai Gneyatmane Namaha. The first verse said that Namaha, salutation to that Gneyatma, the Atma which is to be known. So that is Devata Namaskara. Then Padavakya Pramanagnahi Debabhutai Prakashitam Brahma Vedarhasyamyahi Tan Nityam Pranatosmiham Tan Aham Nityam Pranatosmi. To them I always remain saluted. Yahi Vedarhasyam Prakashitam. That those teachers who put it in plural, those who reveal the Rahasya, the very secret of the Vedas, by the Deepabhutai. So how do you reveal the secret? So by the lamp of knowledge. Padavakya pramanahi deepabhutai. So by the teacher must be equipped with pada, vakya, pramanam, they become deepa, they become like the light to illumine the meaning of the statements of the Vedas. To them my salutation. So, Adau Devata Acharya Namaskara. In the beginning itself, the teacher performed Namaskara, salutation to the Devata, which is Param Brahma, and Acharya. Upasamharepi, that should be done also in conclusion. Tad bhaktehe vidyam prati antarangatva khyāpanāya. To reveal that bhakti for the Devata and bhakti for the Acharya is antaranga sadhana. It is the proximate means of the knowledge of Brahma Vidya. Yasya deve parabhakti devata yatha devi tatha guru. So therefore, that bhakti for the Devata, meaning Ishvara or Atma, and bhakti for the Guru are antarangatva. They are the proximate means or proximate needs for this knowledge. Therefore, karyo, this namaskara should be done. Namaskara meaning, namaskara reveals the inner bhakti devotion. So they are the revealers of Shraddha and Bhakti, meaning that one should have Shraddha and Bhakti for Devata and Acharya. And that Shraddha and Bhakti should be expressed in the form of Namaskara. So Karyo should be done. It darshayati slokadvayana. So in next two verses, the teacher shows how these two salutations have to be done. So next verse is Jnanam jneyam tatha jnata yasmad anyanna vidyate sarvajna sarvashaktiryah tasmai jnanatmane namaha. Yasmat anyat jnanam jneyam tatha jnata na vidyate yasmat anyat. Yasmat, so devataya, from which devata, the knowledge, the known and the knower known knowledge. There is no knower known knowledge other than devata, meaning devata alone is the knower, devata alone is the knowledge, devata alone is known. So wherever the knower, known knowledge is there is nothing but the devata, the consciousness shining as a knower. Shining is the object of knowledge. Shining is knowledge. So if you analyze what is the content of this knower, knower is a conscious being, and consciousness is the knowledge, the essential nature of the knower. What is knowledge? That reveals something. So even though it is jnana vritti, ghata vritti, etc., but it is the consciousness in that ghatakar vritti that reveals. And what is the ghata also? Nothing but the consciousness will assume that form. Astibhadi priyam assumes the form. So, jnanam jneyam tatha jnata yasmat anyanna vidyate tasmai jnanatmane namaha. Salutation to that devata of the nature of jnana, consciousness, other than whom the knower known knowledge doesn't exist. Who is the form knower known knowledge? Who is one non-dual manifesting as the knower known in knowledge. So all there is that only that devata. Therefore sarvajna, he is a knower everywhere, therefore he knows everything. Sarvashakti, because he has become by his inscrutable maya, he has become the knower known in knowledge, so that shows his Shakti. And he is a knower everywhere, so he goes, so he is Sarvajna, all knowing. Tasmai jnanatmane namaha, this Sarvajna, Sarvashakti, only from the standpoint of Upadhi. So jnanatmane Chit Sadananda Rupaya Namaha. So Chit then added Sadananda Rupa, Chit Sat Ananda. When Jnanam is there, consciousness is there, it is self-existing, the Sat. Self-sufficient, so Ananda. Tasmai Satchidananda Atmane Namaha. Who is all-knowing, in a primary sense, all-knowing because he is of nature of consciousness, therefore all knowledge is revealed by. Sarvashakti is adhishthanam for everything, therefore Sarvashakti. So Maya can be said to be Sarvajna in primary sense and Sarvashakti in primary sense. But the Atma is Sarvajna, Sarvashakti only being adhishthanam of that, because without whom the Sarvajna, Sarvajnatvam, Sarvashaktimatvam cannot be. Therefore, Devata is called Sarvajna, Sarvashakti in a secondary sense, figurative sense, Maya in the primary sense. But still, Sarvajna, Sarvashakti, Tasmai Namaha, Sarvajnaya Namaha, Sarvashaktaye Namaha. My salutation to Ishvara, who is Sarvajna, Ishvara, Sarvashakti, whose essential nature is consciousness manifesting as a knower, known knowledge. One non-dual to him, to that Devata, my some namaskara. Then Guru. So last verse is Vidyaya taritasmo yaihi janma mrityu mahodadhim sarvajnebhyo namastabtebhyo sarvajnebhyo namastebhyah gurubhyo jnana sankulam. Yehi janma mrityu mahod ajnana sankulam janma mrityu mahodadim taritasmah. Yehi, by those by whom. So again in plural out of the respect. Ajnana sankulam janma mrityu mahodadim. Janma mrityu mahodadim, mahodadim, the boundless ocean of the samsara of birth and death. Ajnana sankulam, ajnana purnam, ajnana basankulam means the collection. Ajnana sankulam, ajnana bahulam, ajnana purnam, full of ajnana, of the nature of ignorance. So this, the ocean of the janma mrityu, of the nature of ignorance, this ocean, yeah, vidyaya taritasmaha yahi, those great ones by whom we are made to cross, so they made us cross. So tarayatu mam, so as Narada says also. So soham bhagavad shochami tan mam bhagavan shokasya param tarayatu. Please help me cross this ocean or make me cross the ocean of samsara. So the teachers who made us cross the ocean of samsara, we could not have crossed by ourselves. Because ocean is ajnana sankula, is nothing but full of ignorance, which creates all moha delusion, which makes the right thing appear to be wrong and wrong thing appear to be right, and there we are totally lost. In the ocean of janma mrityu, which is only pervaded by ignorance, and therefore totally false appearance, and therefore false conclusion, that's the life. Unless the falsehood of those conclusions arising from falsehood of appearance, unless this is revealed to us, we would never know. One would not know there is a problem in life. Or even if there is something wrong, what is wrong, that itself has to be revealed first. That what the problem in life is ignorance. And all the misconceptions caused by ignorance. That is the problem. And there is no problem other than that also. Other than ignorance and the false notions or conclusions or opinions caused by ignorance, that is the only problem. And therefore, and it is like ocean is boundless because in ignorance all your efforts are only was going round and round. That's why it's called the samsara chakra. You come back Go round and round. Every effort only seems to only remain in ignorance only and confound the ignorance. The failure does not make the person understand that, hey, there cannot be success. No, I will succeed another way. I will succeed another way. That is how the person keeps on trying. Did not work out this time, next time, another way, this way. So this is Maya. Why is it called Maya? Because the person like this, the fellows who play in the, what do you call them, the gambling. So more you lose, more you play, more you are attracted. That is why in all the casinos, this is, when you go there, you put something, a lot of money comes out. So this was encouraged. And by the time he goes home at the night, he has lost everything. So this is the trick of the Maya. Anyway, therefore to make us see what's happening in life, how ignorance and delusion pervades in every way, how therefore the solution is becoming free from this ignorance, delusion, nothing else. And Vidya Tarita Smaha, by those teachers, by the teacher who made us cross this ocean of samsara, full of ignorance, by the knowledge, by the raft of knowledge, you can say. Sarvajnebhya, so Ishvara also is Sarvajna and Sarvashakti. Guru also is Sarvajna. So Ishvara is Sarvajna in primary sense, Guru is Sarvajna in a secondary sense, but he knows what needs to be known, that's all. He knows all this is product of ignorance. That he knows. And therefore, right knowledge, samyak mati, is the only solution. That also he knows. That's all needs to be known. No need to know all the details, and break your head with that. It's ignorance, and knowledge is the only solution. Sarvajnebhya, tebhya, gurubhya, namaha. To those great gurus, our salutation. Who were all knowing, but they knew what essentially was to be known. That's all. So what was known, what was needed to be known? What is bothering this disciple? Although disciple may feel that this millions of things are bothering me, what is bothering is ignorance and the false notions born of ignorance. So when disciple is made to see this, Ajnana Sankulam is all ignorance. And the false notions, ignorance, that is what the problem is. That's all that causes me, whatever problems are there in my life. Then only knowledge becomes important. Otherwise, we keep on solving whatever problems we in life, we apply solutions. Because this is the problem, that's the problem. And the whole life goes. Recognizing the only problem is ignorance. And only solution is knowledge. That's what our teachers made us see in the first place. And helped us cross the ocean of samsara to those all-knowing teachers, Guru, our salutation. So thus this chapter concludes with these salutations to the Devata as well as Guru as it began. So very beautifully, So conclusion comes to this Samyak Mati Prakram or Samyak Mati Prakram. And thus it is, what can I say? We are just blessed, that's all it is. To be exposed to this. To come across this, to be exposed to this, to have the opportunity to study this, and to have some little sense. Whatever we understood is a different thing. Whatever we understood, even that much sense we have, And that understanding gets a great joy. And so all of this is nothing but great blessing. And so all we can do is to salute Ishvara and Guru for this great blessing. Just as the author salutes Ishvara and Guru, that's all we can also do, is to salute them, remember them, and always seeking their blessing. So that, like this author, we also do that. That salutation becomes a real salutation. As it is for this teacher, may it become for us also. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। यस्मादन्यन्न विद्यते सर्वज्ञः सर्वशक्तिर्यः तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। विद्यया तारिता स्मो यैः जन्ममृत्युमहोदधिम् सर्वज्ञेभ्यो नमस्तेभ्यः गुरुभ्यो ज्ञानसङ्कुलम्। ॐ